get the thing you are adding to that data or that collection inside of this what change stuff here. So usually I'll just log the change to my console, but I already know what's inside. A couple of things that what's inside of it. We have operation type, we have full document, we have full document. Just full document contains okay. Pay attention though. All right, so we have access to couple of, I don't know, should I create a new user so we can see this stuff? So let me on change. Where I use, I don't have the API, so I'm just going to do it directly for myself. I'm going to say, okay, I'll check operation type insert also. If the type operation, this guy, operation type is insert, which is the new user, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say, so I'll still delete it. I'm going to log this guy to the console. I'm saying console.log change. So I'm going to expect to see these details inside of this place. Okay. So since I already have a UI, there's no need for me to go and start doing Postman. Are you following me back end, guys? There's no need for me to do Postman. I hope my emoji API is still working because I have to use one avatar API for this guy. So I'm going to create an account. Okay, and I'm going to say the account username is, let's use somebody from this side, vote Bowoto, because his mind is sleeping. Bowoto, let's say Bowoto at gmail.com. Bowoto, if you sleep again, the password is bowoto at gmail.com, and you confirm password at bowoto at gmail.com. So before a user is created, I usually give them a an avatar, and let's pray because this API wey I consume don tey. I hope it's not paid now. So let's create this user. Good, thank God. So it's working fine. Let's give Bowoto one eye.
No, you na rocket man.
So I'm going to set it as his work profile picture. So set as profile picture. And now we have Bowoto. Welcome Bowoto. So if you check out this place, we are expecting to see that thing here, but we do not see it. Okay. So let's find out why, because this is supposed to be an insert operation. Let's go and check inside of our database and find out that this guy has entered inside or not. Let's go back to our data. They don't grab me. So chat users. Is that the thing that we are looking for? Is it insert? I think insert is update. But let's just go ahead. I'll delete Bowoto. I'll do him again. Say we'll do him again. No, we'll do him. Which one we do Bowoto again? What's your own? So I'm going to come back here and log Bowoto out and look as if you don't have Bowoto inside of this app. It's not working. I don't have time to go and start looking at it. So chat. So yeah. I'm still working on it. So let's move on, and if I refresh this guy, we should take us to login page. Right. So let's find out why we did not get that information from here. Maybe the operation type wasn't insert. So let's come back here and remove this guy from here and place him outside. Let me cut it. I'll cut it. Now, do you know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to widen the scope. So it might not be an insert type, it might be any type. So let's just say for anything, any change, right? Let's log that change to console. So that at that point you can even see the operation type at that point. So I'm going to save it now. I'm going to create Bowoto again. Bowoto. Create Bowoto. Remember that it is small letters throughout because we need it to sign up. Let's use capital letters Bowoto. Eh?
Signing the way to remove the same
I've deleted him.
the tab is a local storage.
Bowoto, not local storage, database this time around. Front end guys. This is the database now. It's going to database, not local storage. Now wow. So so paste. I'm pasting, so I don't need to deal with too much information. I create user and I hope I get a better avatar now. Good.
So is that what are they coming around though?
Yes. Let's use this fine man. Let's use blind man.
No. My API.
Is I think it's either a GIF. I think it's a GIF. Yeah, I think it's a GIF. I'm not very sure. I can't remember. We'll look at the code. I'll share the code with you. So Bowoto has come in again. So let's go and check. So now we are seeing the information here. So at this point, Mister, you're not even looking at what you're doing. I look at what you're doing now. You're not say I am. You're not looking at it. If you are looking at it, I will know. Yeah, I say I am. You're not looking at it. So let's scroll down and see what we have inside of this place. So this is not token. I think this is the image. Yes, it's the base 64 string image. Base 64. So we have a couple of information about what you have question.
Yes. Concerning what you do.
Yes.
Is it because the console is inside if statement? That's why we are not getting it.
So that if statement was saying that.
Because I do something like that too. Like if statement.
See, what is that?
Why you do that? Why?
So now I understand the question, but this simple truth is that we said that if this change that we are creating, if we find the operation type here, look at it now. Operation type is update. We said there that if it is insert, then log this to console. But it's not insert, it's update. And why is it update? Me, I don't even know. I can't remember why it's update.
Because you told the watchman to inside like
For what?
insert.
Yes. So now that I put it outside, that any change, just give me that information. Yes. So now I'm seeing the operation type as what update, and I think it's updating because of how I ran this code. So first of all, it did an insert. Okay, created that user. Are you seeing this? Then after I created the user, you see here the avatar image is what empty, and then it did what an update and put what that image inside of here. So we should be getting this insert for the normal insert, right? Operation type insert. What was it? Was it insert? Was it insert? We should have gotten this guy back from the what database for this first one. But most importantly, let's look at what we are getting back inside of this place. This is the what change. This is the what change. This change here. They are logging to the console. That's you can call it anything you want. Okay. So that's what it is here. So we are saying that we have an underscore ID that is seen as a what object.
Your line is breaking, no, we can't hear you.
My own line is breaking.
That ID, the underscore in front of it, does it predict anything special?
Yeah, that's how Mongodb does it. Are we together, guys? Are we together? Wima people talk.
Yes, sir, we are with you,
Yes,
sir.
sir, we are together.
All
Yes,
right.
sir, we are with you.
So if you come back here, you can see that the first thing you do is what this on, right? Then this change, and that's what we have done. And then next, and the next is usually the action you want to carry out. And I'm putting what the log dot console log inside of that place. So uh, that's not basically it for here. You can modify the stream output, can do a lot of things here, can come here and read.
Yeah.
Hold on, please. Hold on. Now back end, you the ask question. Wait now. Wait, I know the question you want to ask. Wait.
You know it.
Yes, now. Right. So let's come back to this place.
Let me quickly ask my question. It's not taking 2 seconds.
You want to ask your question? Yeah, ask your question.
Those things that are happening, like inventory and change. Must it be those things? Or is there anything?
What did you see there is dot on, Abi?
No, no, I said it does only.
Before the dot on. So I told you that it's an emitter, and I've said it already. Who they talk now? Francis, what they discuss? Not you. So I'm saying that those events, this is we are having here, apart from the first one, which is connection, and open, every other one here, you are the one creating it by yourself. This change here, you can see that this is what is happening. You saw it directly inside of the word documentation that use what change here. So this place you have inside of this place is just to streamline the change that we are having. So we can see the operation type here as what insert. So we should have gotten this guy back for that insert. Not to sleep. Not to sleep. All right. Now pay attention. Pay attention, okay? So this is we have already gotten this guy back for this. So we'll use this information. Listen, no, we'll use this information to do whatever we want to do, right? So we are not checking in here.
Sorry, hello, Mr. Colin.
Yes,
The change, did you say is a keyword or what did you say?
yes, you have to use that change there.
We said it's just
This one, no, not this other one, no.
I also said that this one is also like the way we have change could be key element anything.
Not this one. This one. This parameter can be anything. But this one here, this event name is not anything, no.
Oh,
Because there's no place you are calling it. It's only understood by Changestream. Do you understand? You're not emitting it anywhere. It needs to be that for it to what run. So the emit is somewhere in the DP that's calling this change. If you're not calling change, you're not calling it change. I don't know what you are asking it to do for you. So we are seeing that this operation type on inserts, the first time it didn't run, but it only ran uh, after we are creating a user. We create and then we update it with the avatar. So what we like to do is I'll just change this code here directly. I'll just say what update, because this is the second word operation type. And I'll say if this change operation type is what update, do something. Okay, so now what am I doing here? I'm creating an object. Okay, and this object is taking some of the information I have inside of this place too. I'm taking the username. I'm creating a username from it. I'm saying this change the full document dot username. There is full document here.
down.
No, I think it's not. I don't think it's down.
So yeah, first
That's operation type ID. Okay, update does not have full document. It's create that has full document. So this is full document, and this is the reason why I think I'm having yes. Look at it here now. See, it's just a name. So inside of it, there is an object. Okay, so notice something that's happening here. For an update operation type, you don't have access to what full document, because for this operation type down here, update, I can't find full document here. Are you seeing? We only have what ID, operation type, cluster time, word time, document key, update description. updated fields. So you now know that you updated the field what avatar image. Are you following me? All right. So let's keep that guy as insert, not update, because for update we not have access to the what full document. So let me move forward from this. I'll change this back to what insert. Yes, there are plethora of them. You can come to Changestream here and check what they are. We have delete, we have update, we have yeah, exactly. You can come here and look for them. So you can see here what I'm just telling you, all of them are inside of this place. You can still come here and do your own reading if what I'm telling you is not enough for you. Okay, I've sent this link already to the group chat. All right, so let's go ahead now. Since I'm creating this user data, now this is how you're going to use it with socket too. And the front end guys can now pay attention now. So I've caught this event happening from the back end through. So let me even do it again to see whether it's actually working. I'm going to say console.log user.data or user data, right? User data. So I'm going to delete Bowoto again and what? Create him again. So this guy should be running server connected and DB connected, all that. Yeah. So let's delete Bowoto again. Wow, it's almost 4 o'clock. Wow. So I'll delete Bowoto again. Please just pay attention to what I'm doing. So I'll refresh. That's just logging him out. I need to delete him from the DB too. So I'll refresh this guy. What are you asking, Jerry? What did they ask? Ask me now. They ask am. He tell you say no. That's just to delete him from logging in. That's I've logged him out. You understand? Are you following me? But I need to delete it from database so that it's going to be deleted from our database.
You say you're using local source to undo login.
Login, yes. So I'll delete what? Bowo 2. So I'll come back to my app and create Bowoto again. So if you notice, I don't want to sleep. I'll keep calling saying name Bowoto. So if I say Bowoto, it means wake up. So Bowoto and Bowoto dot at gmail.com. So I think Bowoto at gmail.com as the password and Bowoto at gmail.com as the what? Confirm password. So if I create this user, this will be created already. So the insert has already happened. I've created him already, right? But when I take you to the place where I need to select avatar, that's an update what function. So I've created, I just sending the update. So if I create this user, it is creating and I'm loading the words. So I'm expecting that by now this guy should already be here. So which happened is already what? Here. User data, Bowoto, ID, this guy. Are you seeing? I'm following now. Because insert operation has what? Happened. And this Bowoto is coming from what? The full document dot username. The ID coming from. So sometimes you need the ID. You want to sleep, you can't even do your neck. You will not stand up. What? No. Just the ID usually creates for your users using dates. Mongodb creates for you. Yes. So yes. So I'm going to select, you get five people here for Boboto. I swear, this guy is Dambulam. I swear. You don't see the beard. So I'll create. All right. So what I used it for here was I wanted to let everybody know in the application that there's a new user. Okay? That Boboto has signed up. So what do? I emit. Yes, Telegram. So I emit. I say new user. Are you following me? New user. So I say new user and I'm passing this what user data to the front. So how do I consume it? Remember I emit. And the last emit I used was I said emit and I passed my name. My name is what? Gold, right? So this information is what? Bowoto's information. Okay. So I can now pass this emit thing to the what? Front end, and they will consume it in their own way. So let's go back to the front now. Front end guys, pay attention. So I cannot remember exactly where I used this guy, but I'm going to check. So should it be in the pages, in the charts? Let me find it. So this is where I what use it in the front. Okay. So when there's a new user, right, I should be told that there's a new user. Open your eye now. Try to close. They look yourself still quiet. So when there's a new user, I should be told that there's a what new user. Sock. I call this sock now because no variable names that things changing. But we already have socket somewhere. So yeah, this is the host. Host is coming from. You know what it is. This is the host coming from. Where is that place? I put the host. Here is it now. Host. It is API route. Yes, it's API route. You just host, local host 5,000. What am I using? Then back here, where's that place now? Chat. So we are doing sock. I also sock, and then we are saying that whenever the new user, let's where's that place now? Here's that new user. Set contacts. So what I'm now saying that whenever the new user, we're going to update our contact list. Following me.
Yes.
So I'm just because
What did you just say, Mr. Collins?
who that?
You're supposed to know.
Who called me Mr. Collins for there? Let me know so I will tell the person what they will call him.
Mr. Colin, Mr. Victor is asking what you just said.
Mr. Victor. Is he that calling Mr. Collins? Francesca, stop staying close to Mr. Victor. Leave him alone. You should have put that thing in his mouth. I think it's being recorded now. Yeah, it's being recorded. So let us mind what we say. Francesca, don't. All right. So now that Boboto has signed up, we wouldn't really we need Boboto's name here to show. How can we tell that what we have done is working? Are you sharing something? So I'm going to copy this URL and go to my browser, another browser. So I'm going to make it smaller. I hope you can still see my screen. I'll make this smaller and create a new and open a new browser. So I'm going to use say Brave browser. Is anyone here already? I'll use Brave. I use Brave and paste this guy here. All right, so I'm going to log in a user that was already there before. So I'll try to log in Lucia if I can really remember her name. So Lucia, no, Boto is already here now. That Boto there. Lucia, and I'll use Yeah, let me see, Lucia password. Okay, I think I should use the email I used as the password. So I'll log in here. So you can see Boto's image here. So I updated something, and this reason Boto's image is showing here because um for the other ones they have already joined before I updated that stuff. I want to see those images. So now that Boto is a new user, we are seeing this image here. These other ones, our image will not be showing because of the way I did that stuff. So now I'm going to sign up a new user. And I've not signed up a new user. So I shouldn't have logged in somebody. I should have created somebody new. Yes. So let's log this person out. Correct. I want to log the person out so that when we create that new person, we'll see the update directly on that place. After that, the next thing we'll do is to check out the chat feature for the messages. Yes. Yeah, because Boboto is the person you not see yourself in your own app now. Your eye they do like that. So I'm going to create a new user. And who do we create now apart from Boboto that is sleeping? Who was sleeping? You. You now stand up. Towe. And Towe. Supposed to be Godwin, Abi. Let's use Towe. They already is the man, so let's use Towe. Towe at gmail.com. We have 10 minutes to 4. No, we are not confirming my email. Towe at gmail.com. Hey, listen now. I don't know what you are saying, sir. The thing that you are saying, I don't know what you are saying. I don't know what you are saying. So let's go ahead and paste in that email as the password and create this user. Okay? Tobe is there already. But you can see that every other person was removed. That's a bug. but that one is working at me. So all we needed to do was just spread everybody out there before plus the new person. And we not spread it well. Yes. So which one do you want to win? That this one. So you can see what to here for Toei, right? And if I refresh on this one, we should have everybody back here. Plus Toei. Okay, so Toei is here, Boto is here, and that. Everything. So if you want to do difference in your own app, when you build your own app. Yes. Why? Before, so that was a bug, an error which you can easily fix. Did you content job, right? No. I just refreshed it to make the API call again. Now, yes. Now that's something. Now listen. Stop playing now. Now this is it. Okay. So we created this user, and this user will be stored in the database. What Changestream does is that before that information is stored in the database or while it's being stored, it gives you access to the information. Do you understand? Even before it's stored, while it's stored in that replica set, I told you. So it's while it's doing its own updating, comparison, it's already giving information. So you already have it real time to use. So I already used it and created what Towe already. Immediately she landed in the app, Boto saw that she's there. Did you get? All we need, I think I might still work on the app. All we needed to do was say, let him just update down there instead of anybody. That's not supposed to be like that, right? So when we now refresh, the real API call to get all the users now made that call and all users came plus Towe. Do you understand? you notice that Towe came here even before we chose the avatar, which means that we said that it should happen on insert, not on update. So if we did it on update, Towe would have come with the avatar there. Do you understand? So you are using Changestream together with your API calls, not separately. Okay, so let's do one more thing before we go. It's now chat. So Boboto is going to be chatting with Towe. Okay, and Towe will chat with Boboto. Okay, all right. So how is this one working? How is it working? We are sending message. Everybody's messages enters one message pool, right? One messages collection. So if you come back here and open, let me spread this out a little bit and check this here. These messages, everybody's messages are entering this place. Okay, so you would like to know who is sending and who is receiving. It depends on you, a backend guy who is smart, to differentiate everybody's chat from everybody's chat. My chat and your chat cannot be seen by every other person. So I might have things like messages or the message I am sending. And the message is going to contain a couple of things or any other thing. It's small, Abi, send word. So that's the chat that is inside, and it's an update, is an object. So there's a text sort of, you can decide to put any way you want to put it, backend guys. But what's most important here is what the users, people that are talking. So it's Boboto and Towe. So we have their chat, their IDs there, so that we know that it's both of them. So no other person will see their chat, just the both of them. And then we also want to know what who the user is, who the sender is. Why do you want to know who the sender is? For the front end guy to be able to style it well. Because if I send you a message, it's going to be on this side of my chat block, right? My chat UI. But for you, it's not going to cannot be here. It's going to be on this side. Do you understand? So we need to know who is sending and who is receiving, and who is online at any point in time. So if the fact that it's been sent to you and it's on this side of my phone, does not mean that if I come to your phone, it's going to be on this side of your phone. No. You get that point? So there are things that you need to have here. So this is the message stuff. Let's
Are you capturing their message
yes.
inside the database?
Before it goes to database. Yes, inside database too, yes. You can decide to encrypt it as WhatsApp does and decrypt it when it comes out, right? You can decide to do that. But I'm not deciding to do anything here. So how is the code working? Exactly the same thing how the update and insert works. So let's go back to the backend code here. Pay attention. Now we are observing the what message or server. This boy is only for what the message collection. I say now my guy, check and watch this word collection called messages. Okay. Now observe change. Okay. It has to be what change and say receive any change things here. So whenever there's an insert, what do you want to do? Collect a couple of things from the full document. We want to get who the sender is, we want to get the message itself, and want to get who the receiver is. So we saw that the receiver comes from users, and users is a what an array that contains what two IDs. And we know that the second ID is the ID of the what the receiver. The way you have done the way I have written my code here, I know I'm sending. So there are a couple of you want to I will send you the code now. I will send you my GitHub link. You are my and if you copy my code, you must follow me on GitHub. If I notice that you clone my code, I don't follow my GitHub. Now this is what we have. I will block you. So what I want to do is that I need to once immediately person is sending the message, I want you to get it that you are being sent the message to, and I want to receive it. Okay, so there are ways instead of doing just direct emit with socket IO, there are ways you can make it happen, right? From the back end directly, but from the front end, I'm handling it differently. I'm handling the fact that only who is sent to who should see it. but you can still do it from sockets. You start doing it like broadcast, you can start doing it like to with socket IO. So it's not left for you to go and read more. And I just teach you the most basic. So what am I creating? Receive messages. And now what am I doing? I'm passing the what message data to the front end. So whenever you create a message, send it to the front end. Now when I started this application, if I send a message to Toby, it will enter inside uh, message chat. Why are you sending me this message? And I know maybe I want to send that to, and everybody was getting the message I'm sending to Toby, which is a big bug. It means that if you snap something that you send, they will see what you snapped and send. And now you send it to, I send you this broadcast, right? Are you following? So this is the emit you are doing now. How do we do it? How do we receive it in our front end? Let's go back to front end now and check. I think it should still be in the chat part. Or no, I don't think it's in chat part. It's going to be in the chat container because this is the what chat container we are seeing here. This is chat container. Okay. So what do we call it? Let me solidify this part here. So we call it what? Receive message. I did spell it well. Is it E before I? Mad than me. So you are still doing your axios.post to send that chat from to message, right? But you need to receive it. Is it inside there? I did this in? Let me check. Hold on, please. No be you. This is for front end now. So I'm doing what socket dot what receive messages. So I'm saying that whenever we send a message, socket.io means whenever a message is open, right? Receive all the messages from that person. So you can see inside of here, we have sender, message, receiver as part of this what message object. But the way we are using it in the front is from self, data.id, from self, message, and what else? All we need from the front is what? From self and what? The message. So we need to know who is sending this thing and what is. No, this guy should return, I think this should return Boolean. So we need to know if you are the one that is sending the message to the person. So this from self is going to take this current person that is in this application, the ID of the person, and compare it with this message and the sender, right? Which is usually the ID of the what person that is what sending. How to make it to string because it's an ID. An ID is not normal JavaScript string type. You are sleeping, Ella. So I have to convert it so I can do this comparison because it was giving me an error when I was comparing. It wasn't comparing well. And I need this message ID. Not a number now. You can see they are combined things. Like a string, but it's not string. The type is object ID. Like an object ID is not used. Just convert it to string. So with this, I can get this information, set arrival message. So what happens is whenever I'm sending this message, it goes to the database. But first, it goes to the database, but I get the information I need and show it up here. So it will look real time. And then if I go out and come back, what happens is the main API call is what's happening, which means that one is no longer going to be there. On the change stream, what's going to be there is what the one that came from the database that has been saved. Do you understand? Which means that if I send a message, yes, you send a message when there's no data, when there's no internet, it will come to show. I mean, to show one time, thing like that, right? Sometimes you should go. But the person did not receive it for a while, it should not enter. They say message sending failed, but it already show. Do you understand? The person will not even see it. You understand? So I sent you the message now. Sorry, I did not deliver, but you saw it, but it's not saved in database. all it did was just collect information as it was going and display. So I'm going to say from Boboto say hello, hello Towe, and I click on send. So it comes there and immediately Towe sees it here. Do you understand? And then Towe will just say alpha.
Alpha brother, Alpha.
Alpha, and then send alpha. Immediately she's getting it. Okay. And then Boboto will say, I beg, send that code. And then Towe say, she, I tell you say, beg. And then he go one beg. You now use what? He wants to beg. Wetin go use beg? Wetin go use beg?
Now, Paul, we write down one by one. No one.
He go send broken heart. See, I'm getting undefined, but I'll send it undefined. So he's not catching this stuff. Broken code. Work on it. Okay, so let's go. She now say wetin be this. All right, so this is the chat app working well. Now, if we go out, for example, Boboto had not chatted with Isaac before. If I come to Isaac chat, it will be empty. Okay, nothing is here. If I come back here, it's going to be exactly the way it was, but it's not the one that comes from socket that we are seeing here. It's the one that is stored database. While you are chatting, is socket that is feeding you the information. Server client, server client, server client. Once you move out and come back, the real API is called because of they are saying get function. Get function is to what? Get all the messages that relates this person to this person. So all the messages that Ella has sent to Jeremiah, they are passing this to the backend to say take these two information, the from and the to, go inside of this database and check for the ones that have users with these two information that we are having. So give me every message that has these two ID inside of the user's ID, and they'll display it based on the time that they are coming in. Do you understand? So that's just it, and that's socket IO 405. We ended. So I'm going to share quickly before I forget and before I start asking questions, the GitHub link to this. So there are two. You need to combine the both of them in one app, but there's code chat back for the backend guys. Let me just go directly and for the backend guys, this is backend part. You can go and look at it. So let's say and the hairstyle.
Mr. Colin,
Yeah,
okay, you're sharing your GitHub, right?
I'm sharing the code.
Git from your repository.
Yes. What happened to Agios? What happened to course? For course?
Because it was working when they sign up, when they sign up. Let's assume after they perform that, the course is actually course preventing policy, whatever.
Yes, so if you are declaring your course, look at I declare my course. Here, before every other thing. Up there, I did not put origin and anything here, right? Because I'm still working locally with my stuff and it's working fine for me. right?
But since we are
Yes.
doing the front end now.
So I'm putting it on top of every stuff, on top of every other thing for the API requests here. My course is on top. Especially the decision is also on top. So this is a middleware that everything has to pass through to get to those ones downwards. So let me quickly find the front end part. Now, Wima guys, any questions from you? I'm not late for my yes. What this is chat app server. I be sure. Thank you. Thank you. This go chat. So for the front end part, now the front end guys, the code that you see might discourage you. Don't try to understand everything. Just look at the most basic stuff for the front end code because it's a little bit complex. All right. Any questions from Wima guys?
I have a question.
Votos. Okay, everybody has gone here. So good night, guys. Any other questions can ask on the group chat. I'll answer. Let me end this. I don't think I recorded this. So I say recording now. Although I don't think we're recording. I'll stop it.